So this is a weird situation, right? You know, we just made fun of Pearl last week, and there's a lot to make fun of Pearl over, especially with her recent performance on Piers Morgan. I mean, that was just laughable to watch. But, you know, we are fair on this channel. So if somebody, even somebody we don't like or think is a total clown or has awful takes, is getting fucked over by the system, we'll talk about it, right? Especially if it's this hypocritical, because Abba and Preach have decided randomly to strike PearlyThings' YouTube channel over 2-year-old reaction videos. Like, this is just crazy.
No, she just made this tweet like the other day, 2 days ago. I didn't even see anyone talk about it. And then it's 3 egregious copyright strikes. I mean, we're going to get into why it's most likely egregious. But she uploads these kind of videos all the time years ago. There's just dozens of examples of it and just came out of nowhere.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely crazy because Ab and Preach were also the guys that blew the lid off of, you know, Fresh and Fit, them copyright striking videos. Although, to be fair, in Fresh and Fit's case, it was definitely more egregious than what is probably going on here. Yeah. But still, I mean, it's this, you know, Willie Mack points this out, right? He's like, is this the outcome everybody wants? Pearl's biggest critics are striking her for her React content, responding to them. This sort of shit is going to kill the internet.
Yeah, and that's a good point, is that this is like, they're beefing. I'm pretty sure Abba and Pearl do not like each other.
Yeah, so Abba and Preach have done a million videos on Pearl, vice versa as well.
Yeah, so this is definitely like coming from malice. It's not just like a, you know, this is actually just genuinely not against fair use. Like there's some malice behind these strikes.
Yeah, and I just don't like this because I imagine what the comment section of this video is going to be is like, oh, well, fuck Pearl, you know? So what? Like they were well within their rights probably to take down these videos, right? And it's just like, first of all, they're striking 2-year-old videos that had like 5,000 views on them. Right?
Didn't we just have that happen like similarly? Like we had like some 2-year-old VOD that just got struck for no reason.
Yeah, literally on this channel recently, I had the 5-year-old gaming VOD with like, you know, 200 views on it get struck down for harassment, not for copyright. It was for harassment or whatever. But that's just lame as fuck, you know?
It's just totally ridiculous.
And the other thing too with copyright strikes, I'm not entirely sure if they prohibit your ability to upload or stream or not. I know I've gotten copyright strikes in the past, and it actually limited my ability to live stream for like 90 days, by the way. Not just 30, not just 7, 90 days.
Yeah, for one strike.
Yeah, so striking people is absolutely like just a ridiculous escalation. Now, a couple years ago, Pearl was making reaction videos every now and again, and in some, it is arguable in some cases whether they are fair use or not. This video is a good example of fair use. They watch a 7-minute video from Fresh and Fit, and the video from Pearl is 19 minutes long,
it's
right?
Over double the amount.
Yeah,
I mean,
so it's over double original content. Now, in this video, they watch a 23-minute long video. They cut out the last 2 minutes of this, and then they give like 9 minutes of a response, which is about like 2/3 their video, 1/3 Pearl's original content, which is, you know,
a little bit closer to the not fair use side. But I'd still say, I mean, that's definitely providing commentary. I mean, you're watching it, she's pausing, she's asking his brother, what do you think about this? How do you feel about women who do this stuff? How do you, I mean, it's just adding a new dynamic. If you want to watch people react.
More commentary than an average XQC stream,
yeah,
right?
I mean, XQC watches an 1.5-hour video and comes up with 10 minutes of commentary. I mean, that's just, you know.
So the origin of this actually took place on a Destiny stream a few days ago. Destiny, Abba, and Mudahar, as well as Mauler, were all on stream discussing, you know, the recent tidal wave of content that's been made against reaction streamers, right? And Destiny is on the side that people that are blowing this up are fucking losers, and they can just easily DMCA videos that they feel are infringing on their content, they're just re-uploading their original content. Destiny thinks this is all overblown. I think he's kind of being a little bit dismissive, but let's listen to what goes on here.
I know the way that you guys are discussing it. So basically Party A issues a DMCA strike to Party B.
Yep.
Party B files a counterclaim, and then it's up to Party A after like 2 weeks to issue or provide like legal paperwork to YouTube, and then of course it becomes a legal engagement. Yes. But I think that's where the deterrent is, though, right? Like for a smaller creator who's looking at a multi-millionaire, right? It's like, man, do I really even want to start a fucking legal battle, considering how the legal system is designed, like in the sense that if somebody richer wants to just drown you out, they absolutely can. And it's not even just the money, it's like the amount of time you spend.
That's not true. Just because you have, we're not talking like patent trolling or some high level like corporate like super crazy shit. Like I would be amazed if a larger content creator that was clearly in violation of copyright wanted to poke the hornet's nest to have somebody take them to court over copyright. Now, it's possible somebody could do that, but I would be shocked if that.
what is he talking about here? What is Destiny saying? Like, this has happened before. I mean, it's been 2 landmark cases that have spawned like a ton of discussion. You know, obviously with H3H3 and Matt Haas, but even also with Sargon of Akkad versus Aquila Hughes. I mean, everybody who's a YouTuber and even a lot of the viewers know about these 2 highly publicized, talked about cases, right? Now, granted, it's not likely. What Destiny's saying is correct. It's not likely that if you're a content creator and XQC, for instance, watches one of your videos and then you file a DMCA, it's very rare that XQC would feel motivated to take you to court, but it could happen.
Yeah, just going off the notion of like, there's no way anyone would be crazy enough to do that is not how you should run the internet at all, because people are fucking crazy on the internet. People do insane things. I mean, Matt Haas was very obviously in the wrong in that example.
Yeah.
Very clearly. And he still decided, and he was a smaller guy too. He wasn't the big dog who could dog H3. He was the smaller channel at the time. And even though he was the smaller channel and clearly in the wrong, he decided to dedicate the next 2 years of his life to suing H3 of the ass. And luckily, I mean, obviously H3 sucks, but that's a good thing that he won that.
Yeah.
But if your point is just, no one would be crazy enough to do that, that's insane. Well, you're wrong. I mean,
people on the internet are crazy, right? Yeah. And especially that is a case of the underdog actually being the asshole and suing the creator or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But, you know, if for instance, like, I'm just going to use XQC again as an example, right? If he's watching your content, you DMCA him, and XQC gets mad and challenges you to court, I mean, you're going to lose that because he has unlimited money, not unlimited money, but he has a lot more money than you probably, right? As a big time streamer.
Especially if he feels like it's fair, because then it becomes like an actual debate. Like, for example, in court, would the Lamino stuff hold up? I don't even know. I'm not sure. I mean, we all think it's unfair, but if that went to court, I mean, I would hope that that it would not be on the side of XQC, but I mean, he might be able to make an argument to a boomer judge, or he might be able to convince a jury, or however it's going to work. Who knows? So
yeah,
you know, you never know exactly how that's gonna go. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've been on the internet so long that I wouldn't be shocked if there are some stupid idiots out there.
Yeah, even Muda Hard points that out. That I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if something crazy happened online. I mean, yeah.
I don't even believe that most big creators want to spend time doing that kind of legal battle, unless they really felt like they had a strong claim, which I don't think XQC does. Right, so the creators like that, if you
get a counter claim, you're like, okay, fuck it,
they're gonna just accept it, because they know they're in the wrong in terms of how they're managing their content. So I don't even think people are doing the first step. Like, if you go to, have you ever done a removal request, Lou?
Me? No, I've never done a removal request to anybody.
Okay, so I can tell you guys, I've done a few of them, because sometimes I'll go look at the video and it's like 100% a match, meaning my video is literally 100% of their video, sometimes even 80-90. And when I see 80-90, I'm like, all right, you're not even talking, you're not doing anything. You have my video playing and you just sit in the background. So I just remove it. It's super easy, it's seamless, it's a few clicks, it's not complicated. So I give out those strikes. I don't give out strikes, I just give removal requests, and they don't lose their channel. So I think that is something that creators should use if they feel like some people are stealing their content. And you could see all this very easily. So when people say, oh, I don't want to do that because I'm afraid, I just don't buy it at all.
So the difference is what? Like, the difference to strike would just be an immediate takedown of the channel, and a strike and a removal request is the 7 days thing that they were just talking about, right? Like, that's the difference.
Right. But that's contradictory to what actually happened, right? Because if you can see from the email here when Pearl's talking about how Abba and Preach just strike them, which, by the way, this tweet is on the same day as this conversation, it states very clearly at the bottom of the email that she did receive a copyright strike. This wasn't a takedown request. They already got taken down, and she got struck for it.
Yeah.
So I don't know what happened there. Unless possibly this is somebody framing Abba and Preach to make them look bad. But that's unlikely, given that they're openly talking about this.
I mean, here in a second, they're going to openly
let's get to that.
It's just so crazy, because I just noticed that PearlyThings reacted to one of my videos a year or two ago, and it was 90% of her video, so now I get to remove it.
Jesus Christ.
So that is an open attack, right? Because again, they've had beef or whatever. He brings it up. Everybody knows that he's being a dick by striking PearlyThings. But before he said, oh, I don't give out strikes, I just give a copyright takedown request. Well, again, from her email, she got a strike.
She got a strike from it. Yeah, and then he's also like, I get to take her down because my dashboard said so. Let's go. This is
like
awesome.
He has permission to fuck over her channel.
Yeah, I mean, to me, that seems egregious, obviously malicious. Yeah. And realistically, is it even 80-90% of her video? Like,
well, that's where things get sticky. So what they're talking about here in this conversation is this section of your YouTube dashboard. All channels have this, right? It's the copyright section. And basically what this section of your dashboard shows are videos that YouTube thinks, based on their content ID system, you're allowed to request removal from, right? The problem is, and as you can see immediately, right, these videos that I'm allowed to request removal on are obviously not stuff that I own. So
Yeah.
for instance, this first video that I'm allowed to fucking, I guess, take down or strike is from Red Bull Gaming, and it's Ninja showing off his brand new streaming room, and it has 25 million fucking views.
From 5 years ago. Now,
Yeah.
why in the world do they possibly think? Because also, look, if you go back to it, that matches what Abba said, 90%. Why do they think that that's a 90% match to your video?
Yeah, this is 0% of my content, but the reason why they somehow think this is because after this video came out, I watched it on an unlisted stream of mine from 4 years ago, and YouTube's system is so dumb. They think that, oh, somehow actually the copyright ID from that video is now transferred to me, and I own Ninja's content, and I can fuck over Ninja and strike him.
And so
really?
what they're claiming is that 90% of Red Bull Gaming's video is actually your stream. So
Yeah.
somehow your hour-long stream, they played 90% of that stream in their 5-minute video. It doesn't even make sense. And then you could literally request a video removal for it and go through the process, or contact Ninja or Red Bull Gaming themselves. And
I
be
can
like, hey,
contact them, I can request the removal or whatever. It's just
Yeah.
crazy to me. And we can see here the second example of a video that I'm allowed to strike is a Randolph music video, a Deji diss track that he made 4 years ago, and it's for the same reason. Because I watched it on stream, somehow I'm allowed to request Randolph's video to get removed.
Yeah, and 100% of Randolph's video is actually just your evening ritual live stream.
Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense. And even on my other channel, right, we can see egregious examples. For instance, I can strike this one guy, Sonic Phoenix, right? This is his videos, Sonic Project 06
He's just
Wave
some
Ocean.
random dude. I mean, he's playing Sonic, having a good time. 56 views a year ago, right?
Yeah, exactly. And the reason why I can strike him is because I played the same level of this video game from Sonic. So therefore, I own the level in the whole game.
Yeah.
What? That
You own
doesn't.
the entire game. And you
That's
own
not
his
how
video.
that works. And then, even in some cases like this, right? So this person uploaded a 5-hour copy of one of my live streams.
Yeah,
But
which you're
you-
fine with. That's something that you always say.
I'm fine with.
Yeah,
I've
archive your
always
stuff.
allowed people to re-upload my streams, but here's the thing. YouTube's ID system thinks that I own 40% of that video.
That's 100% of your video.
I own 100% of that.
This is all your content.
Yeah.
It's literally an archive. So the percentage system is all wrong. It makes no sense. And this is as recent as May 2023. Like the first examples we gave for 2018. It's like, well, surely maybe in 5 years they fixed it. Yeah, no. As recent as May 2023, it's still buggy. It's completely inaccurate. I mean,
Well,
you
I
cannot
will
go by
say
it.
most of these examples are accurate, but we can see there's glitches, there's bugs here and there. So that
Yeah.
doesn't mean that when you go in your dashboard and you see somebody's using 80, 90, 100% of your video, that necessarily is accurate.
Yeah, you can't just go off of that. And based on the way that conversation went live on the air, they were talking about the dashboard. They were literally like bringing it up. I'm assuming he was scrolling it. And then he said, well, actually, I literally just saw this happen. So now I get to take her down. And he filed the request right
now
there.
I'm allowed to strike PearlyThings.
Yeah, like live on stream, he just did it when it's like, well, that might not have actually been a good strike. I think she could probably, based on what we've seen her other reaction content be, she could probably
file
countersue
a
that.
retraction or whatever
Yeah.
and probably win. So yeah, obviously we're not fans of PearlyThings or whatever. She's had horrible takes. I mean, just recently her take about 16-year-olds is just so retarded, right?
is
But
insane.
the problem is with this situation is this has negative ramifications for everybody on the platform. If suddenly everybody who just has beef with each other is striking each other when they feel allowed to and videos are just constantly going down, well,
Yeah.
we're just entering a minefield. We're just allowing creators to get fucking trigger happy with the takedown requests, and this will obviously bleed into more egregious examples where maybe the person getting struck isn't somebody like Pearl, who everybody thinks is a total retard and hates. Maybe it'll be somebody who, you know, people like, and then all of a sudden they're going to be like, wait, why are we, you know, so quick
Yeah.
to take down videos?
Yeah, I mean, if you got into like a beef with Randolph in the next year or some shit, I mean, you could literally just take down his channel and be like, well,
Take it down.
YouTube said it, I'm sorry. And then if you play dumb, you might not get in trouble if you're able to play dumb off of that. So I have no idea. I mean, that's just, you just can't allow that kind of just careless, just right away malicious like striking just because the system says X% or
Yeah,
whatever.
generally you should have a pretty good reason to take down a video.
Yeah.